gonna lie to the people because everything else has been so just everything is down to the wire. Everything is exhausting. Everyone is adapting so well.
Yeah, here on Collision Series TV 2 for the Rivals X2 Fusion Major, whatever the sequence of words that it is, we've only had Game 5s.
Yes. And if they weren't, they feel like it. They certainly feel like it.
And you know what? This one's starting off pretty even thus far. This is a big pickup for Switch. Like
I know I said it in one of the other sets, but I love these soft reverse back airs from Switch. I'm a huge fan of reverse hits in general. I know that is a little bit risque to say sometimes, but I do come from Melee PM, so.
I think they're good if you can deliberately space for them.
Yes.
Which many of the moves that can reverse hit.
Yes.
This is one where getting reverse back air is
it's very intentional.
Integral for your combo setup.
Yeah.
Especially at lower percents where you do like hit fall reverse air.
It's one where you can tell it's intentional, but also that it's really
Getting the ledge reverse there was huge for Lucius. Switch getting punished for a big overextension. Absolutely.
Well, Switch has been getting that on a lot of people so far. And that's the first couple I was like, oh no, what if Switch dies? And every time Switch made it back, and I was like, Switch like knows something I don't. This is you has the recovery.
He has the amazing rat trick in his corner.
I do like that we've seen so many flavors of the amazing rat trick. Like there's been so many different gem distances, so many different ways to get the wall jump into it.
I think that's what makes tech like that so interesting.
It's not just the one setup.
It's not the one setup, and it's heavily interactable on both sides. So
it is flexible. It is not immutable.
Yes. Yeah, it makes it. It makes it have gameplay.
Yep.
Crazy thought. Oh, that border barely whiffed. Lucius has found a lead here off of a pretty solid edge guard.
Whoa!
Oh, he won.
I thought. I thought.
Reversed it just in the nick of time in order to make sure you get back to ledge. Back here.
If Switch was up a stock, I think you let that rip.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead the roles have reversed.
All right.
But I mean, one strong forward air from Switch, and this is evened up. So Lucius, absolutely. I mean, we're seeing that I'm gonna run in and then up tilt back so that I'm like seceding that space, doing some drifting.
Oh, early up B trying to maybe get to the bubble, hit the crystal, but
Not
very
sure on that one.
Yeah, little bit of risky, a little bit of misspacing maybe on that one for sure from Lucius. Which, hey, we're in a pretty solid game one, and Lucius has been known to like really run out of steam when he's forced to take a extended break from playing after so long. Like, I mean, if you're in winners finals and have to wait till losers finals populates, that's a good long time to lose a ton of momentum. But this game one has been pretty firmly played from Lucius.
Not only that, but we've also seen Lucius has made multiple like big comebacks in order to win these sets. If Lucius is able to take an early lead, that could be actually huge.
Regardless of what happens, the biggest story for Lucius is just the fact he's shoring up so many holes in his previous game plans, or in his previous play styles that, evolved Lucius might be a little bit more threatening.
Weird trade there. Tries to get the drop down.
Uh-oh. Big pickup, looking for forward air. Could have confirmed it up B, but did not trust it to close the stock. Instead, we adjust the bubble, and slingshot right back to center.
Up special might be a wild move, but I think that was the right decision. I don't think that would have killed there. Goes so deep, we do it again. Good tack. Oh my god, hits the back air. Okay.
Didn't perhaps have Crystal back yet, but either way was too low, especially given the ledge hang and another opportunity.
And that was two different stocks that happened because Switch went for that command grab super deep, and they'd worked against every other player that he's fought so far. Lucius has a little bit more in the tank. He's got a little bit more that you got to deal with first.
Very focused on finding those reversals, and drop zone back air at any point against Olympia could just mean stock if you misplay your resources. All that being said, though, Switch runs it right back to the same stage.
So we went right back to Hodojo. A little bit of the New York, New Jersey classic. I know it's not quite as much in Rivals, but in any of the other, at least in Melee and PM, any of the Wave Dash Smash games, you see a lot of sets that are just all on Battlefield.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more. no fear at all. It's like, as long as both players are riding this wall, the chance to survive is there, especially since Crystal is pretty much in the place you want it to be anyway. Down strong, confirm on the platform.
Cute.
Very cute for a DI mix too. Okay, Lucius trying to get a little green.
Sometimes.
It's like, oh, you strong to me. What if I just let it rip? And Ranno does have confirmed it. So I can't be too mad. Okay, dab for the coverage.
Ooh. I really like how Switch has been using these forward airs. I'm so used to seeing people almost only use them for like, all right, they're at kill percent. It's forward in time. Yeah. And instead, like, Switch is like, I'm going to forward you at 30 so that you're off stage, and then I'm going to combo that into reverse back air or into soft nair. Like,
well, that's
oh my god, that DI.
All right.
That was, I think Switch was hoping that he could get down to the stage before he
attack it.
Yeah.
It was a little bit off, but you pick up the stock right away after. And percent a little earlier, like just before that sequence. I think that is part of the skill that is currently most expressed here in the current patch of Rival League 2. As much as like so many characters are at a very, very high power level, some would say problematically high. Some would say. Have met.
Who's to say?
Okay. But the skill that is expressed through having all of these different like insane confirms and ability to play offense is knowing when to pull the trigger on what. And Switch is kind of showcasing that pretty well throughout all the sets we've seen here. He's very measured on when he's going for what moves, so he can be sure to confirm into the options that'll actually take the stocks the soonest.
Because I see a lot of Olympias use that up special like, way more often, way earlier. And yeah, that move is phenomenal when it hits, but when it doesn't, you're sunk for a long time. You're just drifting through the air.
But
uses it when it'll work, just like that. But we're not seeing it that often when it's the wish of like, if this hits, it kills. And if it doesn't, Lucius is good enough that he will body me right back.
Yeah. It's not a combo finish. It's a stock finish.
Yes, exactly.
We're looking around. We took a little glance down at the crowd. The dome's starting to form underneath the surrounding these two players. And it'll stay there until this bracket is done here as we encroach midnight here on the Fusion X2 Major. So we're going to, we saw the Tri-State Classic, now we get to see the Arizona Classic.
We do.
Merchant Port counterpick, locking straight in for Lucius.
Got old and new, both merchant ports. It's one of my favorite little Easter eggs in the game.
Yeah, it's great. I love that.
That was weird from both of them, actually.
Yeah. Expecting like, I don't
like
even
that
know
was
what,
just a weird spot for Lucius to throw in the command grab, and then while whiffing, Switch just suddenly does the special get up.
Switch makes up for it though with that roll in read getting forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Something transcend fighting games. Like, oh, if you have a dodge or a dash, I get to call it out. I'm feeling real good going into the next stop.
And on the other side, just like you feel so bad when it's like, dude, just come on, just get back, come on.
Oh my God, Switch!
Whoa, that was
Did
cute.
you want up to 2 to spike to get the 4 bounce? Because that would have been
maybe. I'm really not sure. That falling up air was cute.
Playing dirty.
That kill?
Which has found the flow state here in game number 3, because we're finding like, the tighter hits of late up air 1, but like while falling and
that falling up air was so slick,
super nice.
And based on what we're seeing from Switch earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that like like I'm willing to throw myself off stage if it means that I know you're coming with me.
Yeah. No fear whatsoever in taking a stock trade if it wins the game or getting a lead. Hey, edgeguard potential chooses to roll on, goes for the dash attack to cover that exact high up B, but hey, Lucius doing
slightly
pretty
this time,
yeah.
Big.
Quite.
Oh, good DI. A lot of lesser frogs would have died to that. That is big, though. Reaches all the way out.
Importantly, that first forward air, he was able to hit, was because Lucius paced it right. It did miss, but importantly enough, Switch took the win anyway because it displaced the bubble, and it prevented Lucius from getting any sort of defensive bubble mechanics, allowing for that extra extension that Switch immediately went for. Nice stuff for just pure situational awareness from Switch.
Ooh, interesting falling option from Lucius there. Got CC'd, but immediately dashes back out to not take too much of a punish.
All right. For the past two times that Lucius has been in a down 2-1 situation, he has brought it to game 5.
Yep.
So we see that again, right? I'm pretty sure it's a lead right now, but it's hard to really count leads against Olympia because you're kind of just avoiding percent gates, not really avoiding like who has more percent or not.
Oh, good slide off, but still picks it up anyways. And the reverse is really tricky to DI because of that tap. That'll do it. No, not yet, not yet. I thought the gem had been spent. I thought the gem had broke already.
So too, it's just going for a needle boost off stage like that, making sure to break that gem, but an early recovery.
Switch wanted that. Switch wanted the deep forward air.
Smell blood in that water, but no dice there from the Switch as Lucius gets a chance to make it back, picks up an up air. Oh, it's time to cook.
This is gross. This is gross. I love mixing. Oh my god.
Oh, he missed that.
Lucius! Lucius!
Finish your food. Finish your food. Oh, he wanted it again.
Oh, if that's... God, if that edge guard had been completed.
Could have been everything, but hey, you can't sneeze at 65% with the ability to climb for more. Nice call out there from Switch to find the up air into the up B after. Only uses it when he thinks it's gonna close out the stock.
Yeah, but that one I don't even know if that would have. I don't know if that one was guaranteed, but I mean, you got the DI for it.
Big parry as well for like 40% opener. Oh, and the party doesn't stop. Double forward air for 65, instantly evening up this game. Not gonna let Lucius get away from him too long. Wave plan up, getting caught in the movement. Gotta be
Pops
careful.
the gem so that it's gonna be back on lock. There we go. We do have access to it again. I just learned his lesson on when to pull so that you're not getting caught off stage. But being said, that's a lot easier said than done.
Bubble was super displaced from Lucius there. He's unfortunate not to get caught in any wrong position. Barely got the gem dash out.
With another forward air? Yeah, I do like. That's actually big. That's so big. Lucius is trying to bring this to a game 5. Like all of the other sets, still has the ability to, but I mean, you wanted that stock lead. You do not want to give Switch, because we've seen Switch turn on the Jets, has gotten these long ending final stocks.
I like that Lucius is playing a little bit more offensive in these like DI out situations.
Ooh,
he sees
like
no more
mix.
combo, tries to get one of his own with an up air, taking advantage of Olympia's fall speed to even get up air chains at 91%. Like you're looking for any sort of pickup here, and a back air could be one, but a nice slide off from Switch. Playing extra
The
bit
needles
of
are big.
Oh,
We do have the gem.
There's plenty of resources after I lied.
Oh, I thought he was going to let it rip. It's like, I don't know if it's going to kill, but...
Okay. He made sure to pop the gem. That's so important.
Yeah, he got caught off stage so deep before.
Whoa, another needle boost.
Okay, we're still alive. Oh, the air dodge too!
But it's still coverage with the dive kick, and then the back air catches the high recovery. Lucius, 3 for 3, down 2-1. He's bringing it to game 5. Lucius never going down without a fight.
I cannot believe. Another game 5.
Another one.
Another game 5. As I've been adamant, they've all been game 5.
Every single one has been a game 5.
Yep.
Don't look at the
you don't need to check the tapes. I know that I'm right.
Yeah, and we're always right.
It definitely feels like we've only gotten game 5s.
All right, Jules
It is almost midnight here.
What a rollback from in the literal sense, not in the Wi-Fi sense.
I know.
Avoiding a command grab at that high of a poison count could have been massively detrimental in the early stages of this game. But hey, we get to live to another day. Dash attack whips.
While we're getting into this final game right now, you still also have to think about like the strong one, Ham Polo, has been waiting for so long at this point, just waiting for his chance to get one more game, one more set.
But waiting with an inspirational quote for both of these.
Yes. Zetterburn speaks to him.
Yes. Barely.
Zetterburn speaks through him.
Yes. He is merely a vessel.
Yeah. He's really a prophet of Zetter.
Yeah. Lucius with these needle boosts have been aggressive. And you know what? It's been...
I don't know if they're all... Ooh, yeah. I can say because the gem had already been spent. He could do it again.
So the timing on the gem, it doesn't break, it just cracks for a moment after a gem dash as we see the forward air pickup. So Switch is just burning after getting hit by a drop zone bear or something similar. He air dodges to stall and then gets another chance to gem dash. Like it's a perfect little internal clock in his head whenever how many times he can do it.
I've seen some Olympias get like 3. I've seen someone, I mean that has to do with like set up gem into wall jump into gem dash into air dodge into gem dash kind of stuff. But there's some nasty mix-ups you can get with this mechanic.
Bad recovery, right?
Yes, terrible recovery. Everyone knows that if you tap Olympia off stage, she's just gonna die. It's fine.
Ooh. You know?
Like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
You get bad recovery. You know, we were just. Oh, that's brutal. Because he didn't have gem access and tapped off
We've seen
stage.
Switch now do 2 other. When we saw that last game, we've seen some of the other sets.
Cannot count the chickens until they hatch.
No.
I wonder if that needle was intentional just to break the gem, but it was kind of in a really bad place for Switch. It seemed like Lucius had this input, and it was
Huge
detrimental.
scoop.
What
Huge scoop. There.
Last stock, game 5, basically even. 29% is basically 0.
No, for either of these characters, you get your grab game going. There you go. 32. And I see a 40. Not yet.
Seeing it from Lucius as he goes off for an edge
That's
guard.
a big clip. That's a big
He's
clip.
out of range. He was out of range of the gem dash. He was out of range.
He just didn't quite get up fast enough.
That's tragic. Fast fell a little, bent the wall jump, tossed the gem, and just fell a little too far. I'm not sure if he just mistimed the short